Oppa is nakakakilig, but kuya is not nakakakilig. First thing your crush says to you is, Ate, is he sister zoning me?
He's like asking you to do his math homework.
Daughter,
Mom.
have you ever noticed how there are some similarities between our culture and Korean culture?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or are you just saying yes?
No, seriously, I have been.
One of the first things that I noticed before is that the Koreans who come here have no problems adapting to our way of showing respect, which is simply by adding po or just saying opo whenever we talk to somebody older than us or maybe like a stranger that we're not really close to. We usually use those as a sign of respect.
Yeah.
When I got into K-dramas, I noticed that it's deeply ingrained in their culture. They would always have like these different styles of speech depending on who you're talking to. That's why it's easy for them to
Just adapt.
the po and opo.
Yeah.
What do you think about that whole culture of showing respect like that?
I like to think of it as if you're talking to someone older, they have more experience than you. So you kind of look up to them.
Yeah.
And you learn a lot from them. That's why you have to respect what they went through when they were your age.
But isn't it so interesting that Filipinos and Koreans have so much of that respect, especially for the elders, even for strangers? Another thing that is similar, speaking of language, between Filipinos and Koreans, is that we have specific words to address people who are older than us. Hyong, Oppa, Nuna, Oni. And here in the Philippines, we have Ate and Kuya. Ate is what you call female older than you, and Kuya is for males who are older than you. When I first got into K-dramas, I thought that the word Oppa meant like baby or... Yeah, because the guys are always so kilig with it. I could never imagine, for example, your dad calling him like kuya. That's not nakakakilig. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's up with that? I don't understand why oppa is nakakakilig, but kuya is not nakakakilig. In fact, if you call your romantic partner kuya or ate, that's like kind of gross.
Like,
if for example, you have somebody who you really like and then approaches you and says, Ate.
okay, that depends for me.
Okay.
Because if it's a friend, I would tell them to not call me ate. But if they're someone new, if I'm meeting them for the first time and I don't know who they are in terms of age, I would let them.
Okay, what if you have like the biggest crush on this person? Biggest crush. So you know this person. That person is like within your periphery. Maybe you saw that person lang on Instagram or like a faraway kind of crush. And then suddenly the day comes that your crush actually approaches you. And the first thing your crush says to you is, Ate, is he sister zoning me? Right? Right? That's how we feel.
Yeah.
He's definitely not flirting. If
Pero
it's-
he's like asking you to do his math homework.
Since we're the same as them, that we have those like labels to show respect, I think it has that sense of like respect, I guess, that comes with being called oppa or nuna. Even sometimes like there are jokes, right? For example, an older woman like me would call a younger man oppa, and he's not your oppa, he's younger than you. No, but he's rich. Anybody rich is my oppa. Or like, no, but he's handsome. Anybody handsome is my oppa. So there's something like that, I guess, a nuance in their language because makes the person feel like important when you give them that. It just does not translate to our language because, Kuya, hindi kasi lahat ng pogi, kuya ko. It does not.
In the Filipino sense, you're gonna be called delusional. But in Korean, if you say that, they're like, oh nga eh.
That's true. Majayo, majayo.
Majayo. Pero Tagalog, yung parang, oh, lahat mga kuya ko, mga rich, mga cute, mga handsome. Parang, girl, are you okay?
And also, gross.
Exactly.
Another thing also that I've been thinking about lately, a lot of them are always saying like things like, oh, sorry, I wasn't able to read the room. Oh, no, he failed to read the room. They always have that factored in their conversations. And when I was learning Korean, I found out that the word that they were actually saying is nunchi.
Ah, I know that word because of fanfic.
Oh, what do you know of that word?
Read the room.
Exactly. So nunchi basically means like you have to adjust to the people around you. Whatever is happening here, you don't like disrupt it. So you have to like respect whatever is happening in this space. And us as Filipinos also have that concept, and it's called pakikisama. Do you know that word?
Like, getting along.
Sort of like getting along, but more of here in the Philippines because a lot of families are extended. Like in a certain household, usually grandparents, kids, kids of kids, kids of kids. So there are like different extended families all in one household, like multi-generational household and things like that. Since you're living with so many people, so that's like the concept that you need to makisama. Kailangan natin makisama sa kanila. You have to adjust to everybody you're living with. You can't all stay in one house and just do things your own way. And in fact, like it's seen negatively in our culture. Like for example, you all live in one house and then you eat by yourself, not eating with everybody else. Because for whatever reason,
people would be like, yabang naman nito.
yeah,
Or ungrateful.
yeah, ayan, wala siyang pakikisama. Hindi naman yan marunong makisama, kakain na nga lang, di pa siya sasali. That's how I understand nunchi. The fanfic that you read, what was nunchi about?
I don't remember because it's not really my favorite.
Ah, okay.
So it was more of like, adjusting to the because it was a Ryu and Songha thing. And they're roommates. And then Ryu was just trying to adjust himself around Songha.
If, for example, you do have that situation, what kind of roommate will you be? Are you the type who would be makikisama sa iba, or would you be the type to be just individualistic and just do whatever?
I think that depends on my mood for that day.
Okay.
But I think at most, I think it also depends on the person I'm with. If she's highly independent, I'll leave her alone.
Yeah.
But if she keeps inviting me to things, I'll start to think that like she wants me to eat with her, then I'll go and eat with her. I think I'll just adjust to her.
Yeah.
I'll just adjust to the person who's there.
Which I think is exactly what nunchi is.
Yeah.
It's adjusting to the other people. So, I guess, that's another similarity. You did mention food. Because that's another big thing that I realized that's so alike with us and Koreans. It's a must to feed people regardless.
Yeah.
Like, if you go to your friend's house, you can't just go without being fed. If you're just seeing family members, even if you're just dropping by for whatever reason,
They're gonna give you food.
yeah,
They're gonna
it's
offer
a
you
must.
something.
There has to be something on the table. When you see somebody eating alone, it's like, oh no, is he okay? Why are you eating alone? Come, eat with us.
Like, are you depressed? Are you sad? Are you
Right?
feeling anything bad?
Come, you should. Eating alone, not that it's seen negatively, more of like worrisome. Because in general, we like sharing food, eating together, it's like a thing. And that's something I also noticed in Korea. Although I heard that solo eating has been on the rise there. Here as well naman, it's also on the rise. But like in general, I feel like food is also like their way of expressing affection just like us, and it's a call to being together. Also like here in the Philippines, like when you eat, it can't be just one thing. There's always like a lot.
Yeah, there's a variety.
There's always a whole spread. Just like in Korea, like there's a whole spread when you sit down and eat. I mean, that's the norm. You know, there's another like difference that I noticed, but I think it's actually sweet being exposed to K-dramas and noticing that, okay, so this is like more, I guess, accepted now. Here in the Philippines, there's this culture of conservatism, especially amongst girls. There's this term called Maria Clara. So Maria Clara is a character in one of Jose Rizal, our national hero. One of the books that he wrote, Nolimitangere. So basically it says that Maria Clara is like the girl who's very pretty but very shy. Like she could flirt because like she can give you like an intense gaze, but she'll only do it from afar. She will never approach a man first. It should always be the man approaching her. She would never make very aggressive kind of advances. So I was brought up with that kind of mindset. So confessing to a guy was unheard of. That's something that just is not done. Or like, if you like somebody, you have to hold off. There's a word called pakipot, where you're just, even if you really like the guy, just don't show it. Don't show it. There's like that culture of that because it has to be the guy pursuing the girl no matter what. But then seeing K-dramas and then, whoa, girls can be that aggressive and it's okay. It's not looked down upon. It's not, in fact, in some cases, it's actually even encouraged. Go for it, girl. Just tell him. Yeah. What do you think about that? Like the contrast of the two cultures?
Well, because I wasn't really exposed to the Maria Clara culture. And I think because of you also, I always told myself that if I have a crush, tell him myself.
Why is that because of me? I was just shocked because you told me that before.
I said that?
Yeah. It just came from your mouth and that's when I was like, oh, they're totally different now. Because that wasn't how things were when I was little.
Maybe it's because of my Disney Channel.
Yeah, I think you were exposed to those things.
Yeah. So that wasn't really a culture shock to me for K-dramas, especially in weightlifting theory. When I thought I was the weird one for because back in kindergarten I was like so weirded out with someone like giving me flowers and telling me about his feelings. Like, why is he the one approaching me but I don't like him? Well, at least now I'm thinking I don't like him.
Okay.
And then yeah, I was just really weirded out. Like, why is he being so affectionate with me? Isn't it supposed to go both ways? Like, in my head back then, it should go both ways before I should approach him first or before he approaches me.
Okay, I get you.
So, like, I guess it's also kind of delusional of me. Like,
why?
because if I like someone, I would go up. If I like someone, I would go up to them, right? So that means I have the thought of them liking me back.
No, but the thing is, you wouldn't know if the person likes you back unless you tell them.
Yeah.
So I guess that's the first step. And then if the person, for example, rejects you, then you know, okay, I'll stop.
Yeah.
So that's
At least
fine.
it's easier to move on.
Yeah.
With that kind of rejection already.
And to know where you stand.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's some of the many things that we've noticed that are the same between the Philippines and Korea. A lot of things that are so interesting, and I'm sure there's a lot more for us to discover. Hopefully, when we get to travel there soon, we'll see more of this. So if you want more content like that from mom and daughter, please do hit that subscribe button, and we will be having more and more videos to come soon enough. Thank you for hanging out with us. Annyeong!